blankets and water. Just send your cash.
I've checked it out a couple of times, and I would recommend all our friends and fans do give them a listen. They do such great work, and I'm really proud and, again, grateful to be able to be a part of the show.
Got my cool glasses on.
I could already tell this is going to be a very fun episode. The people already know who I am. Do you want to start off by telling your names individually and then as a band?
Sure.
All right.
My name is Lee Harrison. I'm in a few bands, but our duo is called Bluebird.
And I'm Bob Perfetto, and I'm the guitar player and singer. She is also a guitar player, rhythm guitar, and singer.
Okay.
And she writes songs.
How did you guys come up with the name of the band?
Well, there actually is a bit of a story there. When I was living in New York City a pretty long time ago in the 1980s, the late 1980s, I had been given a parakeet, a blue budgie parakeet, and it was at my apartment.
Huh.
And I called that bird Bluebird.
Nice.
And for some reason, we just named our little duo Bluebird.
I like it.
We formed as a duo because we had been both playing in a blues band together. He was the lead guitarist, and I was the backup singer and percussionist. And when the band broke up, we just kept playing together because we discovered that we had a lot more in common besides the blues. We had country, folk rock, western swing, everything.
We had a lot of music in common.
A lot of kind of music we had in common.
Blues is not a bad basis, though, because I think blues incorporates a lot. Bluebird, and then birds like to sing, don't they?
Absolutely.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And how long have you guys been making music?
Well,
more than 30 years, I think.
As a
we've
duo,
been hanging over
about
individually and as a duo.
Oh, individually, well, we both started playing when we were younger. I've been playing guitar for for about 50 years.
We're on the older end of the spectrum, even though we're still hanging around and playing.
Can't tell, I'll tell you that.
Oh, well, thank you. That's
Well, music keeps you young.
It does.
But we've been playing together as a duo for about 35 years, maybe.
Wow.
And we have an enormous repertoire of songs, and I write songs too. So we do a lot of originals. Sometimes we just do covers because there's so much music that we love, and we cover a lot of kind of stuff.
Sure.
We like fun songs, just whatever catches our ear.
Describe your sound if you can.
Well, we're an acoustic duo, right? We both play acoustic guitar. Sometimes when we record, I will overdub bass or electric lead, something like that. But we're basically, we strum, we do finger picking, finger style. We're a little bit jazzy. We like country sounds, so you'll hear that. You'll hear elements of the blues, and you'll hear elements of country and jazz in our playing.
And usually,
we mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jazz and blues incorporates a lot, so.
We're getting further into that too, I'm adding all the time, just because I'm more or less retired from my day job, so I'm spending more time with my music now. And,
and like a lot of us, me included, we do the day job kind of to support the music habit, if you will. So it's good. I like that you're on the other end of that.
I kind of reached the shore.
I'm hoping to be on that other end one day as well.
Cool.
Do you guys have material out?
We have a few CDs on a record label, Song Crew. Song Crew is our record label. No weird spelling like KRU. It's SONGCREW, Song Crew. And on the Song Crew label, Bob has 2 records. One is covers of great songs.
2 CDs. One is covers of songs that I like. That was the first one I did. And I did a more recent one, although I'm due for another one, of all just kind of like rock jams.
Cool.
Oh, really good stuff.
And is this your record label that you guys have? Or
Song Crew, yep.
He started it for his record, but then thought, well, you're a songwriter, you should have a record out. So he put out his covers, then he put out mine, my original songs, then another one of his, but his second one is really amazing. It was reviewed by a DJ in was it Belgium?
Belgium.
As one of just phenomenal music, unbelievable sounds. Some of the things sound like classical little short pieces. Some of them sound like the hardest metal rock you've heard.
Nice.
It just runs the gamut, and we don't try to limit ourselves. We have a lot of styles.
I like that personally because me and Capo make a lot of music together as well, and they try to put us into the hip hop once it's easy to do that, but I like to fancy ourselves a wider range of that, you know.
Well, we listened to some of that on the line, and we heard some of your music earlier. We were listening to it, and there was everything from that song that was about Excel, You Gotta Excel, which was typical, which was hip hop, and then there was that one about that sounded like he took a piece of music from, or you guys did, from the TV show and then layered over that. So we thought it was an interesting bunch of combinations of stuff.
That's a genre of music that we really aren't very familiar with, although it's really happening, you know, like a lot of artists are.
Yeah, and lately I've actually gotten myself into a little bit more of like the rock hip hop type of hybrid thing, kind of like the Linkin Park type of thing, you know. So I think it's good to keep changing your style.
Well, always growing. As you always have to keep growing as a musician.
Yes.
And in fact, he's helped me to grow, because when we started out, I was just the rhythm guitarist and singer, and he didn't do a lot of singing and was just playing lead guitar. And slowly, as I felt more confident doing my finger picking, and he got more confident as a singer, we began to do gigs where we trade vocals, and that's what we do almost all the time. We play as if we're sitting in our living room, only for a bunch of friends or new friends, and we trade songs back and forth, and he'll sing some, I'll sing some we sing together, and he lets me do a few leads here and there, or finger-picked solos.
So the next question is what's your creative process? Do you guys usually come up with the melody first, the lyrics first, a little combination of both? Do you come to him with something?
She's kind of like the primary songwriter.
He's the one who sometimes picks songs that we're going to do, covers.
Okay. I might select songs that I like and I want to learn the chords to and the leads and, you know, songs that I might like to perform.
Like last year he said we should be doing some Django Reinhardt, so we learned some old-time jazz from Django Reinhardt from the 40s.
Nice.
And then, but I'm a songwriter. He's come up with some good chords for my songs. I gave him credit on the songs.
A lot of times she'll write a song and she'll need help with a chord.
What chord is going to work here?
An idea for a riff, so I add this much, but I get, 50% credit.
Wait a second.
Hey, it takes two to tango in more ways than one. Are you guys going to be performing new material tonight? A little mix of both? Covers?
We're going to do covers and originals. We're actually not sure. We just brought a song list. We know so many hundreds of songs. We just brought a list of ones that we've been playing lately, and we'll pick from among them probably.
Do you guys freestyle kind of when you get up there? Or do you not have a set list?
No, we have a song list.
We have a song list, but we kind of picked some songs for tonight. Songs that were comfortable playing, and we've never played here. We don't know who our audience will be. We'll play songs that we like, and maybe the audience will like them too. Sure.
We like a wide range of music here, so.
Yeah, I got that impression from talking to people downstairs at the.
Yeah. What do you think are some of the challenges that an acoustic band has, maybe that a regular band doesn't have, if there is any?
Well, that's a good question.
That's interesting.
I think if there is any challenge, it's that a lot of people expect that they're going to hear a big, great show from a band, even if the band is just standing there playing and not dancing all over or whatever, or doing histrionics and acrobatics, and they maybe think, acoustic, it's going to be necessarily quieter, but maybe not, and maybe it'll be loud and raucous and joyful. I don't know, but. Well, I like all kinds of music. We enjoy everybody from soloists.
So as a producer, when I get artists alone, I usually ask them, is there a way that we can maybe, so with you guys, I might actually flip it and be like, how would you like to play something maybe louder with overdubs of bass and whatnot? Or somebody who, the real challenge and fun part sometimes is getting these big bands to do something quieter, if you will.
Yeah.
And it's the mix right there. Sometimes it's pulling out different things from people. I actually like the quiet part, because if you could do quiet, you could do loud.
She and I are an acoustic duo, so the challenge there is performing in a way that might hold the audience's ear. Now I've played in rock bands. I like to play the lead guitar, amped up, and I like to hear the loud bass and the drums. So I'm familiar with that, I'm from there too.
Yes. He plays in a few other bands right now, and some of them are loud country bands or...
Actually now I'm playing mostly country, but we play rock and roll and we play blues, and in my past I played in louder bands.
Yes.
So I like that, and actually some of the songs that we play we have played them with more people, a bass player and a drummer and sometimes a
maybe
fiddle
at a jam
player.
session.
We
Yeah,
played them at jam sessions where you get a lot of people on stage,
and a big booming
playing
sound.
along. And that can get
It's
kinda
all good.
Music is good, and see the
It's all
thing about
fun.
music is, to me anyway, is I think it connects with people in ways that words can't. It's kind of like the primitive thing where everybody kind of started around the campfire, the fire, if you will, and the drumming and the more tribal sense of it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't need words, and sometimes the words are just the icing on the cake. But music can speak where words can't and pull people in.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, there was a time, I think, sort of like the way Pangea divided into the separate continents, there was a time when all religion, music, community, circles, song were all the same thing because the tribes gathered together in the night, in the dark, around a fire maybe,
Yep.
and the songs were the stories, the myths and legends,
Yep.
and it was their music, and it was sung, and it held people together, and it was it was everything. It was
music
everything.
brings people together.
It does.
We often go to open mics and things in the city, and you get black, white,
Yep.
all kinds of mixes of people.
Yep. If
And
the
they're up
rhythm's
there
good, you'll
playing.
get people tapping their feet.
Wonderful,
And,
yeah. Music is great
it's
to
good.
bring people together.
It brings people together, so that's one of the reasons I like.
How would you like your music to be remembered?
I would like to be thought of as a person who plays good quality music. That would be my goal. Like if they hear something that I play or something that I've recorded. I mean, it might not be a big hit on the radio, but
Sure.
they say, that's pretty good.
Yes.
That's sort of what I'd like.
You're
Maybe learn from it,
you're agreeing with him on that?
I'm nodding. I never thought about. I think just to be remembered and enjoyed later after you're gone. We don't have any children, but we have records and we have songs.
And a room full of guitars. And
we don't have to put them through
amplifiers.
college.
Yes.
Of course, we don't have somebody to take care of us when we're older, but
I'm in the same boat.
it's
I actually think of the same thing in the same way. I think so. I have a couple of friends that passed on that I did music with, and I can always turn it on and I can hear them and almost feel them.
oh sure,
It
sure,
it encapsulates your essence forever,
exactly.
as long as we're able to listen to music, of course. I end the interview with a little crazier questions, and now that it's in the news, I guess it's not as big of a deal. But do you guys believe in the aliens?
Oh, Carl, this is so good that you asked this because one of the songs we put on our list for tonight's event here at the Cellar was
Mr.
Mr.
Spaceman.
Spaceman.
Nice.
By,
Now you've ruined our surprise.
Gene
We're going to
Clark
play it and just tell people.
Because
we're gonna just-
UFOs have been in the news.
Exactly. And we
Yes.
were going to do that song because it sort of fit the current thing.
I've been ending it for about the last 3 months, and now that it's in the news, I actually interviewed one of the guys downstairs at a previous show, and he asked if I was going to change it, and I said no. But I actually still asked that question because it's important to kind of see where people think, other than music, kind of see where they're at, Do you guys sing in the shower, and if so, is that considered practice?
She sings in the shower all the time. Yeah, I might sing in the shower too a little bit.
I sing
You
all
get
the
the
time.
echo,
There you go. It's
The
kind of
echo,
like a
that's
booth.
right. There's
It's
a great
like a
echo in the
good
shower.
sound.
It's like a
chamber.
booth.
But I sing a lot. I sing sometimes when I'm doing the dishes and I say, oh, that's a good song. I got to tell Bob, we've got to cover this one.
The car, too, I guess some people throw in the car. They ask if the car is acceptable, and I say yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then we'd like
Sing
to
in the
listen
car.
to other musicians in the car. If we're at a gig and we trade CDs with someone, or we're on the road and somebody else, we meet people and we trade CDs or something, we'll listen in the car, and we like to listen to music of our people we've met. But we listen to a lot of different stuff.
Where can everybody find your work?
We have
We
a
have
website.
a website,
Nice, that's important.
songcrew.com.
SONGCREW.com.
Spelling's important.
And
And
that website is like a portal for my website, her website.
yeah, it's a portal page. There's just buttons for his
There's
website,
just, you click this button,
mine,
goes
our
to
bands. And I'm also an author of a number of books of poetry, so you can...
Really?
Yeah, the Word Crew is our sort of subsidiary for poetry. So I have my 4 poetry books there and stuff.
That's actually, you'd be surprised how many people I interview and they don't even have that many social medias, nonetheless a website. And a website's important because the more we rely on Instagrams, the Facebooks, the YouTubes, somebody like Elon Musk can buy something and change the whole algorithm and everything. When you have your own main hub, you can always get out your stuff, you know?
Well, we actually had the website before some of the things like, was there Facebook? No, I'm not even sure there was a Facebook then. We don't have a big presence on things, I don't even know if we have a presence at all on things like Spotify or whatever. Board Jam, I have one song on there.
We're on Reverb Nation.
We're on Reverb Nation. But I don't go online a lot.
Spotify.
So I don't even know what is there. But we do have a website, and we try to periodically, at least every 3 months, update it with where we've played, pictures, keep things a little current.
Yes.
We have videos on YouTube, which you can access from
we have a
website.
YouTube channel, that's right.
And the YouTube channel is?
A YouTube channel with, what is it?
What is it, Song Crew?
It's Song Crew, but we have a Bluebird channel.
Cool.
Is that under Song Crew? So that if you
Yes.
get to Song Crew, you can listen to Bluebird, which is us.
Well, from our website, you click on Bluebird, and then there's...
It's all on our website.
Bluebird on YouTube, and it'll bring up all...
See how that simplifies everything?
It's just a couple of clicks, and you're
And
there.
his website has pictures of his autograph collection, and we both have pictures of our guitars, because one day we realized that all
Some
these
of
famous guitarists had their guitars up.
Yeah.
And we thought, let's put some of our guitars up. So we have pictures
Do
of
you
our
guys
guitars.
collect guitars?
We're both guitar lovers, yeah.
That's
I
cool.
wouldn't say a collector. I get guitars that I need, you know.
What's your favorite guitar?
Currently?
With my
currently.
band, I play Telecasters. I have a number of Telecasters, Fender Telecasters. With our acoustic band, I have an Epiphone tonight, which is kind of nice.
Wow, that's different. A
Yeah,
little
yeah.
different, I would say.
It's a sweet little guitar.
Yep.
I got a Martin guitar that I sometimes use. I have this other jumbo body Epiphone, which is also pretty cool. That's down in Florida now. What else do I have? I have a Les Paul. I have an SG. I have a Stratocaster.
We've
I
got
have
a lot of the basics.
the standard guitars.
Yeah,
I've
the Les
got.
Paul is pretty standard. But
We each have some cool special, like I have a dobro. Oh, you have a dobro too, that's right.
I
We
have
both have
a
dobros.
Resonator
I have
guitars.
a banjo guitar. It's like Deering 6-string
Yep.
banjo, so you don't have to learn new fingerings.
yeah,
Because I call it a cheater's banjo, but it's great. We used it on one of the songs on my
It's a
CD.
guitar banjo, right?
Guitar banjo.
Banjo's
Yeah.
tuned like a guitar.
yeah. I actually had somebody perform with us, and they actually had a ukulele that they transformed into a guitar almost, because he had damage to his fingers. So, and he has it sounding pretty much like a guitar.
They can sound great sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, they're nice, yeah.
Yeah.
We know some people who are pretty good on ukuleles.
Yeah,
I don't
amazing.
even own one, but
Maybe it's something. Maybe we
could
get
be.
into
I
the
don't know.
future, yeah.
I also have a lot of percussion instruments because I was a percussionist in the band, the blues band we met in. I have a collection of art percussion things, like a kokiriko from
Yep.
Japan and stuff. And what do you play?
I play keyboard,
Ah,
so I'm more into the digital stuff with the hip hop, obviously thing.
uh-huh.
But I have
So we
a
probably
chord,
heard
There's
some
a
of
lot
your
you
stuff
can
on
do
his
with
on
probably yes.
Frankie's website.
Yeah, so I use a chord Triton. I have a chord Triton and I have a Yamaha SO3. It's my older one that I started with.
Oh,
But
cool.
The chord Triton, once you got something like that, that's pretty much going to be your synthesizer.
that
Cover
covers
over a lot of
everything.
stuff.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
nowadays you can turn it into a MIDI, and then you could just add your own sounds to it and everything as well. So
Oh, is a lot of inputs or jacks for the stuff?
it has jacks and stuff, but it also has the ability to become a MIDI controller, if you will. So you're pretty much now, you can add your own sounds into the keys.
Oh, wow.
I have a keyboard that I can connect to my computer.
Yeah.
Depending on what instrument, it could be a drum,
Yes.
or it could be a
Yes.
saxophone.
Oh, I can
Yeah.
see you guys are techies.
Yeah. Yes, I'm big tech. That's
That
the
leaves
whole-
me out. I just plug my guitar in and hope the amp is working.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, guys.
Well, thank you so
Yeah,
much
And
for
I'm
having
very
us. Wow.
eager to
Thanks
see
for having us.
the Bluebirds acoustic duo and get a little jazzy tonight with it.
Well, we're gonna get country, jazzy,
Country,
folky,
jazzy,
bluesy, and
bluesy.
originally.
Thanks for coming
Thank
on.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.